Hey, y'all, Keto Coach E here. So we are going live, y'all. We are going to talk about bread. Bread is one of the biggest things that people ask about. Which ones are going to be conducive to me losing weight on the ketogenic lifestyle? So I'm going to break down the breads that are going to be the best for you. This is the 2021 version because I've done bread videos in the past, but I can tell y'all in the last few months, there has been so many bread companies just putting out keto bread. But I'm going to focus on the good ones. I'm going to focus on the ones that you can eat and stay in the ketosis. So stay tuned. All right, y'all. We are live. We're talking about bread today, y'all. So I'm gonna show y'all some of my favorite bread before I get started. So y'all know I talk about the Aldi bread all of the time, but I'm gonna break down some of the other ones. So I love the Aldi bread, and then today I actually found the Aldi buns, the friendly keto buns. So I got those today as well. But we're gonna break down some of these other companies as well that have bread because everybody doesn't have an Aldi. So I want to make sure that everybody can have the opportunity to enjoy, especially like this is the holiday weekend, this particular weekend, and it's just getting warm outside. It's that summertime. You go to cookouts and you go to these events where people are making hot dogs and hamburgers. So I want to show you how you can go to these events and you can stop by the store and bring your own buns with you and still be able to eat keto and enjoy the festivities without taking in all of that, those extra carbs. So this is a great way to kind of keep you in ketosis, keep you in the game, and still being able to enjoy yourself. So let's look here, y'all. Let's look. I got a presentation for y'all today. So I'm going to get this screen as big as I can. So we'll see how that works out. So I think we got it pretty good at this moment. So that's just my intro screen there, y'all. So we're gonna talk about bread. So all of this bread that you see is not quote unquote keto. So I don't really like to say keto, but not gonna help you or not gonna be conducive to you losing weight. There's only one that's really not. Which one do y'all think it is? Put it in the comments, right? So which one do you think it is that's not? The rest of them are decent, but we're gonna look at these breads. I'm gonna break them down and have some conversation about these breads. So here again, y'all, the Aldi bread. This is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorite breads that I eat. And y'all, listen, I don't eat it all of the time. And I know we're always going to get the trolls who come through and say, shouldn't be eating bread anyway, or whatever happens. But the thing is that when I'm teaching this, it's about what's in a bag, in a box. It's not going to be the best thing for you. But it is definitely an option to keep you in the game. It's an option to keep you in the game. If you know you have bread issues, then you probably shouldn't go out and stock up your freezer on bread. If you know that that's an issue for you, because these breads, as before we get started, still has some inflammatory properties as far as some of the ingredients, which will mostly be oils. And I'll go over some of the ingredients on most. I'm gonna go over the ingredients on most of these, if not all of them. Maybe not every single product on their product line, but I will share some of the ingredients with you. So Aldi bread is one of my favorite breads as far as taste. So the breads that I'm sharing with you as well are taste, are not only ingredients, but also how they taste. So there are some other ones. I got some honorable mentions I'm going to mention at the end that may be, have good ingredients, but may still not be the best taste or flavor wise. So this is the Aldi bread. And if we go down and look at the ingredients here on the Aldi bread, you can see it has modified wheat starch. So this is one of the things that I teach and talk about in my mastermind all of the time. And you can try to look up modified wheat starch, and it's really hard to find information on modified wheat starch. But what I found is that modified wheat starch, if it says modified or it says resistant, that means that they have altered it to have it act in your body like a fiber. And everything that I've tested that has modified wheat starch in it has not spiked my blood sugar. There will be some people who teach, stay away from it, don't eat it, whatever. Y'all know my teaching has everything to do with what your blood sugar says. And my blood sugar says that modified wheat starch does not spike. I tested this bread specifically, and modified wheat starch, is the first ingredient, which means that's the majority of what's in it. So that modified wheat starch is in there. It had 9 grams of carbs, 9 grams of fiber. My blood sugar went up 4 points and then regulated within like an hour or so. So this bread was not blood sugar spiking. So when I look at modified wheat starch, that holds to my theory that when you see modified wheat starch, it is not going to be blood sugar spiking. Here it is in a product that has it as the first ingredient. I ate 2 slices of this bread. Blood sugar went up about 4 points, and there are others who've experienced the same thing. So modified and resistant wheat starch, when you see those, or wheat flour, as long as it says modified in front of it, you're going to be okay for the most part. And I always tell you, test it for yourself. If you see modified wheat starch, test it for yourself. But in most cases, I have not seen blood sugar spikes. I have not seen any personally from anybody that I work with and or myself. So if you have had one, then I would love to see exactly how that works. And I need to see evidence. All right. When I say evidence, I need to see the blood glucose meters and all of those type things, because that's what I do. That's my niche. That's what I love to do. I love to be able to check the blood glucose. And we also I have other people in the mastermind who've checked theirs and have verified as well. So when you see modified wheat starch, you don't have to be alarmed. But I definitely would say, hey, if you see it, test it for yourself if you want to be 100% sure that it's not going to affect your blood sugar. So again, water, inulin. So that's really one of the only questionable ingredients. And then you do have the wheat bran and the soybean oil. So soybean oil is considered an inflammatory oil. It is not at the top. It's not quite at the bottom, but it's kind of like in the middle of the road there. So soybean oil would be considered an inflammatory oil. So here again, y'all, you're getting a lot of wheat product in here, because you see you got the oat bran, you got the modified wheat starch. So this could be what you consider an inflammatory, in general. But my thought is this: if you're getting this bread and it's in a bag or a box, you're not eating it every day. So don't get the Aldi bread and then eat it every day. For me, I say that this should last you. I'm just going to say 15 days for half for this. And I would say if you're really, really doing what you're supposed to do in the ketogenic lifestyle, this should last you somewhere close to 30 days before you go buy more. So I know for me, I can buy 2 bags and it lasts me over 30 days if I buy 2 bags of this, because I'm not going to eat it every single day. So, I understand if you got a family in the house and things like that, that's a little different. But you should not be buying this like every week. 1 loaf every single week and eating it every single day, because that's not going to be conducive to you getting to where you want to be on the ketogenic lifestyle. But yes, is this a tool that can help us through when you want a sandwich, when when you want something like that, you want to switch it up a little bit. This is definitely okay to have in moderation. And that's for all of these. It's not just Aldi bread. So Aldi, don't beat me up. I love you, Aldi. So this is for all the bread. So I'm not just talking about Aldi bread. So I talked about the buns. So the keto buns. So we found those. So I found those in the market today. I will be doing a review on these as far as taste. The thing about these, the only real problem with these is the size. So I noticed, and I've heard a few members of my mastermind who got it before I did talk about the size of the bun. So the bun is smaller. You can't really make it out in the bag, but the bun is definitely a lot smaller than the average size burger bun. So, just you will keep that in mind. Keep that in mind that this one is a little bit smaller. So, and that probably also falls into the fact that it's a little lower in carb. But this one has 21 grams of total carbs and then 19 grams of fiber. So it's a little bit different than the other bread than this, because this is 9. This only has 9 total carbs. So y'all know, for me, when I see something in the 20s as far as carbs, I give it the side eye. I'm like, I don't know. Like, this definitely should be something that is moderated even more so than this. So the burger bun should be moderated even more so than the regular bread, because its total carbs are 21 grams. And then there's 19 grams of fiber to bring those carbs down to a 3. So it says 2 net carbs. So it must have a little allulose or something in here. But it also has the modified wheat starch in there, and it also has the soybean oil in there as well. So just be mindful. Just be mindful of that. Just be mindful of that. So no, it's 2 net carbs. So 2 net carbs on this. So just be mindful. It's high in total carbs. So that's why a few people asked about total carbs on the TikTok side before we got started. So some people do total carbs so that they don't eat a lot of bag or boxed products. So if you really want to minimize your bagged or boxed products, then go total carbs. And I like to teach net carbs. I like for people to use total carbs as a sprint, in a sense. So every now and then you go, okay, I'm gonna go total carbs for a couple of weeks, and get yourself into a certain mode. So here we go. Let's move on up here. So I already got the ingredients. I looked at the ingredients on that bag, but here go the ingredients so you can see them. As you can see that the total carbs there are 21, and then you subtract in the fiber, so you're getting the 2 net carbs. So that's really high in carbs for that bread. But hey, here it is. I would rather you go to Aldi and grab this bread than to go to the cookout and eat the bread they got. So let's be real about it. Let's be real about it, because I know there will be people who will say, "Oh, don't eat it at all." Okay, there's hundreds of thousands of people eating this bread, because how many times you go into Aldi and can't find the bread? So let's teach the right thing. Let's teach it so that people can use this as a lifestyle and be realistic about their goals. So here we go. So Franz bread. So this is the Franz bread. It's also called keto culture. I think it's been seen as like keto culture too. But it's like the same bread that have like the same type of logo on it where you can see it. So this is the Franz. This is the keto white bread. So this is kind of like the opposite of the Aldi bread, in the sense that this is the white bread and the Aldi bread is like the wheat bread. So if you like more of a white bread, then this would be the one for you. So the Franz ingredients are very similar. I'm clicking the screen. I'm clicking the wrong thing. The Franz ingredients are very similar to the Aldi ingredients. It has the modified wheat starch at the top, the wheat gluten isolate. So, I mean, you can see that the ingredients are very, very similar. So the one thing about this one that does kind of like, is in the less than 2%, it does have enriched wheat flour. So in the less than 2%, it does have the enriched wheat flour. So I would be mindful of that. So definitely you want to test it for yourself. If you want to test your blood sugar, test it for yourself to make sure that that's not, affecting your blood sugar. And usually things that in the less than 2% are not gonna be that bad for you. But in a sense, it could cause you to have cravings. So these are some things you gotta pay attention to. So you gotta pay attention to that. And then I'm giving you all these options because I want you to pick the best one. So I want you to pick the one that's going to work the best for you and your lifestyle, as well as where you live. You might not be able to get your hands on all of these. So Franz also has the hamburger buns. So you can see that as well. So they have the hamburger buns as well. So they have the modified wheat starch. It's the base of the bun. So it's in parentheses because they kind of tell you what the mixture is. And then it also has the soybean oil. The less than 2% does not have the wheat starch in it as the bread does. So the bun is a little bit better. But here again, y'all, and now I'm getting to the best one. I'm going to get to the best bun, and the one that I would say this is the one that you should really be looking for and using for the most part once we get to the end. But these are just some of your best keto options, because there's some of the other bread out there that are not keto at all. I mean, that are not conducive to you staying in a ketosis. So I'm sharing the ones with you that are going to be the better options. So Franz is one of the only companies I see that have hot dog buns. So they have hot dog buns as well. And you can imagine they're pretty much the same as the hamburger bun. So this is your options if you're looking for a hot dog bun. There's another company that has hot dog bun as well. I'll talk about in a minute. So I'm looking here. You said Facebook page is Living Keto 365. Yes. So Facebook page, if y'all want to find that, y'all can go there. But if you really want to see it right now on live, if y'all want to see it live from the TikTok side, go to YouTube. That's going to be the best place to watch it right away, because I'm going to have to let you into the Facebook group in order to see it. So let me see let me check out some comments here. Any comments or questions? So I see Melanie saying hi. Robert said nothing is playing. Oh, you must have been there a little early. Must have been there a little early. So Ellen here said, let's do this. Yes. So Buns, all right. So I see a bunch of hellos in there. Andrea in there. So Ellen in there. I see Patricia in there as well. She said the Aldi hamburger buns are smaller than a slice of cheese. Wow. But close enough to work firmly. Yes, fairly well. Yeah, and I could imagine, because I mean, and it's going to be better than eating a regular bun. So I mean, right now, if I got to judge the bun, like I'm going to say that the Aldi bun and the Franz they're super similar, but I'm thinking, let's see what the total carbs are on the Franz bun. I don't have the what's the name up on the Franz bun. But I think the Franz bun might be a little bit less in total carbs, but I would have to look at that. So here we go. Let's look at the oral wheat. So as I look at some of these comments, so he said, have you seen the hot dog buns in there? I have not seen the hot dog buns in Aldi. He said, is this from Costco? None of this stuff is from Costco, Melanie. None of it. I haven't found any of this in Costco. Yeah, I haven't found a bread in Costco. I know some people have said they have, but my Costco hasn't had any at all. So he said, oh, wow, not worth it to me. I hear you. So he said, lettuce wrap is an amazing option. Yeah, well, I mean, I get that. I already know. I said that from the beginning. I already know that this is not the quote unquote best options. These are just bread options, because all of us have eaten bread at some point in time. So we all know that, like, this is just going to be the best bread options. I know we could use lettuce. I know we could use we could use mushrooms to put as the bun. I know we can make it at home. So I know that those are all the best options. I understand that. I know that. But this is just I'm going to grab some bread from the store, which all of us have probably done. All of us have probably grabbed some type of keto bread. So this is not going to be the best of the best options. This is just a bread. These are your best bread options. But definitely lettuce wraps. If you're going to use the cheese, so they're cheese, the folios. And I can do classes on those as well. The folios are going to be good wraps. You're also going to be able to use mushrooms as a wrap. So I'm throwing that out the window, because that's just not what we're talking about today. But normally, yes, those would definitely be the best options. But we're just talking about straight bread options. So here we go with the oral wheat super keto bread. Superior keto bread. So I highlighted the things here on this as far as ingredients. Let me show that again so y'all can see. That's the oral wheat. That's how I spelled. I think maybe you can find this. I'm not sure what stores you can find this in. You said sometimes you just crave it. Yeah, sometimes you just crave it. You said the Franz buns look slightly bigger though. Yeah, and it's just like picture. So I haven't seen the Franz buns in person. So we'll see. So have you seen the hot dog buns in the store? Have not seen the hot dog buns. So this is the oral wheat. So you can see here, 11 total carbs. So for me, if I'm looking for a bread like this, then I'm thinking that this one is going to be good, as well as the Aldi. The Aldi one, the Aldi is 9. So the Aldi one is the lowest in total carbs to start with before you start subtracting fiber. But this is pretty close at 11. So you got 11 grams of carbs. You got 8 grams of fiber. So, and then on the ingredients, I don't have the ingredients on this one. Oh yeah, I do. Here they go. So here go the ingredients. So it's modified wheat starch. So here again, y'all, you're going to see this in pretty much all of the bread products, except for like the one that I'm going to tell you that's going to be the most pristine bread products. And I put it in green because it's a go. I mean, you can test it for yourself, or you can just say, I'm not eating anything with it. However you feel. I can tell y'all, I've tested my own blood sugar. I've had individuals that I work with tested their blood sugar, and they've been fine with these products that have the modified wheat starch in it. My thing is do not put this in I'm eating this every day type situation. So you got this, again, you got the soybean oil in there as well. So natural flavors, we talked about this in the mastermind the other day. So natural flavors are going to be Basically they're the essence of plants and animals, basically. So they basically will just get the essential oils out of a plant or an animal, and that's considered natural flavors. It has to come from a plant or an animal to be considered natural. If it is not a natural flavor, there will be artificial flavors, and that means that it did not come from a plant or an animal, which means that flavor was factory produced. So we talked about the soy lectin. We talk about that. That means that is it's a fat extract from soy. The gar gum and the xanthan gum are going to be your thickeners. So, but yeah, that's going to be the thing that usually scares people is when they see that modified wheat starch. But the oral wheat here again is very similar. I mean, most of them have the modified wheat starch and soybean oil. So again, these are not products you should be eating every single day. You should not be stocking up and having a freezer full, and eating it, every single day of the week. This is definitely something that you should be having in moderation. On the ketogenic lifestyle, but it is something you can have on the ketogenic lifestyle. Are there going to be better options? Of course. And as we talked about, lettuce wraps and cheese wraps, and even if you use your chaffle maker and make chaffles to use buns, so those are going to be some better options. But everybody's not going to always be in a position to cook it, make it, lettuce wrap it. So this is something that, okay, I don't feel like all that today. This is something that you can have. Lewis bread. So Lewis bread is another one that I've heard a lot about and I've done the research on, and Lewis bread looks pretty good. So here they also had the burger buns. Now I did not pull up the burger bun macros, so I can see that it has 17 grams of fiber. So that means that it's probably up in the 20s in total carbs, because in order to get that down. But here the Lewis bread is 9 total carbs, and this is more of a white bread. So I would say that this would probably be one of the better ones in regards to, if I'm looking for a wheat type bread, then it would be the Aldi bread would be number one right now. And I'm just talking about the sliced bread at this moment, the sliced bread, the Aldi bread, and then the Lewis bread doesn't look that bad as well. It has 9 grams of total carbs, 9 grams of fiber. But let's look at the ingredients before I say that totally. So this one has resistant starch, which most people will be in agreement that resistant starch does not spike blood sugar, although they might not be in agreement about the modified, because you can research resistant. You can't really research modified. When you start looking at modified, it's like it's so abstract. It's like it's never cut and dry. So wheat protein isolate, yeast, allulose, and then the less than 2%, which y'all know I would teach y'all about the less than 2%. It's usually going to be a super small amount. So here again, we got the soybean oil again. So soybean oil. So if you're just totally against oils, then you wouldn't eat any of these breads. This also has that hydrogenated, I'm moving it. I forgot that I'm doing it this way. This hydrogenated cottonseed oil is also another thing that would kind of raise an eyebrow for me. But it's in the less than 2%. So here again, these are just options, hopefully for quick fixes and things like that. So let's get into the better breads, y'all. So these are the ones that you might grab in the store. The ones I just showed, you might grab them in the store. The Aldi bread, you might grab the Franz, you might grab the oral wheat. This is one of the new ones. The oral wheat is a new one. The Lewis is one of the newer ones that we've been talking about. So those are definitely some of the newer versions. Not going to be, again, they're not pristine, y'all. They're not pristine. They're not going to be the best of the best. And anything that's in a bag or a box, let's be real, it's not going to be the best thing for you to eat. But I want to teach you how to be able to grab things that can get you over the hump sometimes. So maybe you just kind of craving bread, or you want a little bread, and you can go grab one of these and not be eating the real deal. When I say the real deal, something that's going to spike your blood sugar. So let's go with that. So something that's going to spike your blood sugar. But here we go, y'all. Here goes some of the best. So this would probably be this is the ultimate choice. So these are called Smart Buns. They're by Smart Bake. I got the little box back here. I got another one here. So this is by Smart Baking Company, y'all. So Smart Baking Company, these are going to be the best buns as far as burger buns. Now, the texture might be a little different, but it's not so off that you're like, oh, wow. Like it is, they're thick. These buns are a lot thicker than, say, like the Aldi type buns. These are going to be the best as far as ingredients. Let me pull the ingredients. So I don't know how big that is. The ingredients aren't that big, but look at the ingredients, y'all. So the hamburger buns, this is the plain one, which is this one right here, which is the sesame. The sesame one is the one that's in my hand. So when you look at the burger buns on this one, you got purified water, you got proprietary fiber blend, which is oat fiber, rice fiber, corn fiber, flax meal. So fiber is fiber, is fiber is fiber. So eggs, erythritol, whey protein isolate, sunflower oil, which is okay. And then you got cellulose gum, you got natural flavors, spices, potassium, chloride, and salt. So this is the cleanest one. So if you're gonna put something in your freezer and stock it, these are gonna be the ones you're gonna need to do that with, because these are gonna be the better burger buns. If you know you got a big event coming up and you're going somewhere, you freeze these and they don't have all those preservatives. So you got to put them in the freezer. You got to put them in the freezer. Same with the Aldi breads. You know, you're going to refrigerate and or freeze those because they don't have the same amount of preservatives in them as the other ones. So these are going to be some of the cleanest buns that you can get. You can see the sesame bun it's very similar to that. So hopefully y'all can see that. You're looking at your total carbs are 16, your fibers are 12, and your erythritol is 4 grams of erythritol in there. So the smart buns are going to be pretty darn good. Going to be pretty clean. So another newer one that I found that mastermind members have brought to my attention. See, bread has never been my my vice. So bread has never been my vice. If bread is your vice, then you probably do want to stay away from these, because you don't want to get to the point where you get hooked on some of this stuff as well. But yeah, bread has never been my personal vice. But I know that there's some people who are really dealing with or struggling with bread, where you might want to stay away from this, or super moderate. You know, in an instance where you say I'm only buying one every 30 days or whatever it might be. But I know it's cookout season coming, y'all, and you might want to go eat a burger and a hot dog with your family and friends. So one of the best options would be to grab your own hamburger buns and hot dog buns and be able to go and still enjoy the food off the grill. So here goes one. This is the uncrust, or basically unbun. So the company is like Unbun. So you can see this Unbun. You can see that logo. You can see they have a lot of different things. They have a lot of different things. I'm not going to go into all of it tonight. So I would definitely read over the labels as far as that goes. Everything that I've looked at as far as the crust and the bread and the tortilla has been fine. Maybe not the tortilla, but definitely the crust that you make the pizza with has been good. So definitely, I could probably do a whole class on just the Unbun, because they have a whole line of products. So that's something that you can look at those ingredients and make sure that they are going to fit into the ketogenic lifestyle. So here goes the ingredients on the bread itself. So this is the blanched almond flour, the egg white. So you see how clean this is, the liquid whole egg. You got the ground flax, you got cauliflower. I'm sorry, coconut flour, psyllium husk seed. Psyllium seed husk, you got extra virgin olive oil, cream of tartar, apple cider vinegar, sea salt, baking soda. This is a super clean bread product. So I'm assuming that most of them are going to be the same. I mean, I think they have bagels. I think they have hot dog buns. They have hamburger buns. So they have the crust. So they have a lot of good products. Again, make sure you read those labels. Feel free to inbox me if you see one and you just like, hey, let me see. Let me know what your thoughts are. I definitely can tell you, because I'm still researching them as well. But the few products on that line that I've seen have been good. And then you got to remember too, y'all, some of these companies, they make bread, but they make bread for everyone. So everything they have on their line may not be keto, but I'm assuming that because they call themselves Unbun, that most of their stuff is going to be made for those who are on a low carb keto lifestyle. Another thing that I must make sure you understand is that low carb does not mean keto, because low carb, if the average person is eating 200 to 300 carbs a day, low carb for them could be 100. You know, so just keep that in mind, that when these companies put low carb on something, it does not necessarily mean that it's keto, because their low carb may not fit into your keto lifestyle. So let's see some of these questions as I move on here. So you said these are great choices for when you invited to a cookout and want to eat like everyone else. Yeah, for sure. So definitely great. So the sunflower flour, I know that was one that we're going to look into. So I'll definitely look into that a little deeper. The sunflower flour. You said for me, it's one of the things that I can't have, but do crave once in a while. Yeah, so I get it, Melanie. Like, if you know you got bread issues, then there's definitely something you should stay away from. You know. So, and then there again, this could be your choice day. So this could be, instead of going out and eating real bread, you know, this could be your choice day. So for me, like I've had to go buy like burgers for the family, like at Wendy's, and I would go to Wendy's and buy the burgers, and then I would take them off of there and put them on one of these buns. You already know that whatever you're eating at Wendy's ain't gonna be the best thing in the world. It's just like when I make my fast food videos, and then people are like, just don't go there. It's like I get it. Like I understand it. Like I understand the just don't go there or look at the processed meat. I get all of that. And I understand that, but we're living a life where you're going to wander into one of these places one day. And when you do, I want you to know how to eat keto in those places. So just keep in mind that I keep reiterating, these are not going to be the everyday staples of your ketogenic lifestyle. These are just going to be things that are going to help you stay in the ketosis when you want something different, want something special. These are going to be some of the things that help you stay into keto. So this is one of the more recent ones that we have found. Gabby mentioned this, and then Goomba also had it as well. So Gabby mentioned it one night on the live, and not to mention that Goomba and Mama Love, I think Goomba said we gotta give Mama Love his wife's Mama Love on there. That had to give her the credit because she found these. But yeah, so in one night, like I'm telling y'all, in one night on this live, we talked about these, and so many people got it this week, and it has been some great reviews on how great this tastes. It's a flatbread. It's made by this company, Artorias. So y'all put in the comments, Keto Coach E sent me, y'all. So when you order it, put in the notes, Keto Coach E sent me, because I know a lot of people gonna go out and buy these. I've reached out to them and definitely want to work with them, and hopefully maybe even bring back y'all some discounts on this product because I like it so much. As far as what I'm hearing, because I have not personally tried it. It was sold out. So I haven't even tried it myself, but everyone that bought it last week after that live has had nothing but good things to say about this bread. You have to make sure you get the right one though, y'all, because they don't only sell keto bread. You got to get the cauliflower and coconut. If you don't get the cauliflower and coconut, you're going to be out of ketosis. And y'all know I don't really like to use that phrase, but yes, you're going to be hindering your keto success. How about that? So yeah, so this is a really good bread. So here go the stats on it. Total carbs is 7, y'all. 7 total carbs. You got 4 grams of fiber in there. It does have a little bit of sugar in there. It's not added sugar, so that means that it's natural sugar inside of whatever the cauliflower or wherever the natural sugar comes from in this product. So there you go with the natural sugar. It's got the only ingredients: water, cauliflower, coconut flour, wheat protein isolate, coconut oil, salt, erythritol yeast. That's it. That's all that's in here. Super clean, y'all. Super clean. So I see Twinkie says, excellent. Artorias flatbread, love. So Melanie says, great tips. You're a great coach. Appreciate that. So excellent. I know that Mama Love was in here somewhere. So she I believe might have been the first one to get her hands on this. Might have been our first one to get our hands on these and share it. Her and Goomba and Gabby as well. Gabby asked the question, and Goomba's like, "Oh yeah, we already got those." Like, oh wow, and they nothing but great reviews so far, yo. Nothing but great reviews. So check those out. Leave in the comments, y'all. Keto Coach E sent me. If you never heard of it, then that way that'll help build a relationship with them. So hopefully we can get some discounts on that product because so many love it. There's another company that I bumped into, introduced to by the Keto Hope Dealers. Keto Hope Dealers had this on their site, and he's like, pause to see the ingredients. So I paused to see the ingredients. The ingredients were great. I ordered it. I've eaten it. Tastes great. Great product. Here you see the ingredients. Only total carbs. This is a tortilla, y'all. This is a tortilla. So this is more of a tortilla. The Artorias is more of a flatbread. So this is like, like a tortilla, like it's a little flatter than the flatbread. The flatbread is going to be a little bit thicker and a little bit more rectangular, whereas this is going to be rounded off. So yes, great ingredients on this. You can see total carbs are 4. So if you're doing total or net carbs, this will still fit into your lifestyle. This is zero net carb. Ingredients: butter. This is basically homemade. Like this is basically homemade. Butter, cream, natural flavor, almond flour, grade A milk, protein isolate, egg yolk, apple cider vinegar, psyllium husk, collagen peptides, soluble corn fiber. You got your xanthan gum, Sasha. Sasha Inchi powder. I didn't drag my little screen there. And then you got the natural flavors, oat fiber, baking powder, and turmeric. So this is a very clean product. So the Keto Tortilla Company and the Otorias have to be two of the cleanest bread products out there. So and the unbun was pretty darn clean too. The unbun was pretty darn clean. So we're looking at our cleanest products. We're looking at the Smart Baking Company. We're looking at the Unbun Company or Uncrust, the Untortillas. We're looking at those. You're looking at Otorias, and then you're looking at the Keto Tortilla Company. So I have no partnership with none of these companies except for I do have a promo code with Smart Baking Company. So you can definitely get a promo code for them. But the other companies I have no partnership with. They're just great products. And then I will seek them out for partnership because I only want to partner with companies that I believe in their product. So here goes some honorable mentions, y'all. So the Thin Slims, they have a lot of bread products. I think they even have bagels and some buns and things like that. I give them the honorable mention because of taste, because they may have great ingredients, but I have not heard great things about the taste. So they do have modified wheat starch in these as well. But some people have found these and thought that they were pretty good. I have not heard a lot of good stuff like the things I've heard about some of the other products, but I give them an honorable mention. The same thing with the Keto Thin Bread by Julian Bakery. They have great ingredients, and they also taste-wise have not heard a lot about the taste. So that would be something you would have to try on your own, but the ingredients are great. So if you're a person that's like more so about the ingredients than the taste, then you might try this. Well, I don't think anybody is more about the ingredients than taste, but but this is definitely another option. So maybe if this is something that's local to you or you can find it, then one of these two is going to be something that you can look into. These coconut wraps. This was what I would share with people before I was able to find the Keto Tortilla Company, and some people like them, some people don't like them, but it's definitely an option. As well as cheese wraps. I don't have the cheese wraps on here, but they kind of fall into that realm where they're going to be super clean and going to be something for you to be able to enjoy a wrap or a burger or a bun or whatever type situation that you like. So there we are, y'all. So that's our bread. So you said never tried the Keto Thins. You said nope. It said on taste for me. So Patricia, which ones were those that you tried on taste? So yes, y'all, those are some of the options on bread. Definitely do your own research as far as some of the products that have multiple breads associated with the product. So definitely make sure you look at those. The ones I shared with you today, you're going to be pretty good. You said the coconut wraps are in my Amazon store. So if you go to my Amazon store, you can find the coconut wraps. Go to my Amazon, go to the link in my bio or in the description and go to my Amazon store. And you will find the coconut wraps are in there. You said Carb Zero, I think. Yeah, so the Carb Zero breads are in there too, in my Amazon store. So I will be adding some of these bread products to the Amazon store. I think the Otorias is on Amazon, so I will be adding them to the Amazon store under the bread as well. So thank y'all for popping in here tonight. If there are no questions on the Facebook or YouTube side, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all know y'all can comment or ask questions at any time. I'll come back to the video and be able to answer those questions. So y'all, I appreciate y'all popping in here tonight. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Make sure you're already in the Facebook group, but feel free to share it outside of the Facebook group, to share it into any other groups where you feel like people may be able to get some benefit from it. So Patricia says that Carb Zero tastes so. Yeah, and that's what I get out of it, because by me doing this a lot, I get a lot of feedback from people as far as taste. So when something tastes good, I know it tastes good because of the masses. Like myself, I've never had the Otorias, but I'm telling y'all, really, literally 1 week. We went live last week, and it kind of came out in the live. And I think Goomba and them made it the next day because they had already ordered it. They already had it. So they made it the next day, and they loved it, and they posted about it. Other people bought it and been eating it this week, and everyone has been raving about it. So it's like what tastes good and what doesn't. So I know that the Thin Slims and those they may be okay, but they're not. People are not raving about them like they are like the even the keto tortilla company are raving about those. But I can tell you the Artorias was really, they were really raving about the Artorias, not only because of the taste, but it also had a great price. So y'all check those out, and y'all let them know where you heard about it, so that they can bring back some promo codes and things for our community, as I'm in communication with some of these companies right now. And I only promote what I like. So I'm going to talk about them whether they partner with me or not, because I want you guys to get the best of the best. So I'm going to talk about them anyway, but it would be even better if they decided to have some type of partnership where they also offer you discounts for being a part of the Keto Coach E community. So hey, y'all check out the links in the bio. Y'all make sure y'all like the YouTube channel. Make sure that you comment and engage with the Facebook page. My book is on Amazon, y'all. Y'all can find my book. I always try to point to it. I can never get there. Got to go my finger that way. There it is. That's right there. So there's my book, y'all. It's on Amazon. It's called Keto Playbook. You can find that on Amazon. Check the link in my bio, and you can go straight to the book. You can check if you're on the YouTube side. You can check the link down in the description, and you can get that. Also check out my Etsy. This is the hard copy on the Etsy. I have the digital copy. I also have a meal plan on Etsy, y'all. It is a 2-month meal plan. It's going to give you 23 frequently asked questions. I'm sorry, that's the free document. The meal plan is going to give you 2 months worth of meal plan, 63 recipes, and 2 months worth of shopping lists. So any of the newbies, y'all definitely can get some stuff here as well on the YouTube channel. You can go and look at Keto Beginners Start Here playlist, and it will walk you through how to get started on the ketogenic lifestyle and walk you through that. And check the link in the bio for the free document with the 23 frequently asked questions, 100 keto swaps, and 148 item shopping list. That's totally free. Enter your email and it will send it right to y'all. So I appreciate y'all coming, y'all. I try to keep these as short as possible. So I'm getting out of here, and y'all meet me on TikTok for the after party, where I'll answer all the questions that you may have. And I will see you guys soon.